Hello students, let's continue with the topic report writing and internal correspondence. In my last lecture we had seen introduction, meaning, definition, objectives, features and necessities of report. Now today let's start with significance of report. Now your students, reports you can say are the basis of business world. No business can run without effective reporting. Now, for example, manager prepares plans and policies on the basis of reports prepared by the junior managers. Then you can say a sales manager, for example, makes sales plans on the basis of reports made by branch manager, who in turn receives reports from field sales people. Then you can say top managers depends on reports prepared by departmental managers, who further depend on line managers and area supervisors, you can say field workers. So it is interconnected. Once a person presents a report, it is studied, analyzed and further decisions are made. So here we can say reports serve the following important purposes. Like for example, first one is it monitors and controls operation. Here in various places you can say the reports plays a role of an objective document. It is purely on the basis of reports that managers analyze and control business operation, as it is practically impossible for them to visit every business site. Here they cannot go to every business site and analyze the thing, what work is done and how it is done, what is the, whether it is up to mark or not. So here once the report is submitted, you can mail the report, you can post the report anyhow. Once the report is submitted, what all work is done throughout the day, what is the condition now, what is the status now. So it helps the person to monitor and control all the operation from one place. After that, it implements policies and procedures. Now, policies and procedures are framed and implemented in business organization on the basis of reports only, because these reports are prepared from different departments and their subunits. So what happened? They study all those things which have been prepared by the respective people, what they have, how they have studied it, how they have analyzed the market, what is the condition, what steps should be taken. Then accordingly the higher authorities, they implement the policies and procedures. So for this thing, for implementation of policy and procedures, you have to keep in mind report plays a very important role. After that is it complies with regulatory framework. Now children, changes introduced by the government from time to time are concise in external reports like reports of SEBI. They help business organization comply with changes in regulatory framework of the economy, you can say here. After that is documentation. Now these reports help in preparing documents. Business firms make documents for their clients on the basis of interim reports and final reports prepared by their report writers, and then they forward it to them. After that, analyze information and make decisions. Now here you can say analysis of information of various functional areas, sorting out the problems and making decision to solve them is purely based on reports prepared by the managers and non-managers at different levels. So research reports, for example, are the basis of analyzing problems and solving them. Without it, the work cannot be done. After that comes to obtain new business and venture into new areas. Now, sales reports are an excellent mean to know the current level of the activity of an organization, whether to continue in the existing business, acquire another business or diversify in a new area. Or you can say these are the some of the decisions facilitated through sales report. From the sales report, the person can come to know everything. What is the present status of the company, whether they are working properly, whether they need to make some changes in the working of the company, whether they are going in a good way, whether they are in loss, everything they come to know. So it will help them to make decision. This report will help them to make decision whether they have to start with new business, they have to expand their business, they have to get into the new venture or not. So everything depends on the report only. After that is maintain contact with stakeholders. Now reports provide usually information about various stakeholders like companies, shareholders, employees, labor union, government creditors, etc. So here you can say they help the companies to know the responsibilities towards them and maintain contact with them. Now after that we are going to see types of business report. Now further, these business reports are classified into two major types, that is informational reports and analytical reports. What is informational report? Now children, these reports present information as it is. They do not contain interpretation or conclusions here. Information, whatever information is gathered, they present it as it is in the report. Here they will not give you any interpretation for the findings, or nor they will give you any conclusion here. These reports are, you can say, an end in themselves. Progress report, final report, operating report, sales reports, interim report, you can say are the common forms of informational report. They are the examples of informational report here. Like progress report, for example here, in your schooling, whatever you have scored in the paper as it is been given on the report card here. There is no change in anything, nothing has been done here, no changes in that, as it is the scoring has been shown in the progress report. So in the same way, the companies also, whatever, whether the company is going in loss, whether the company is gaining profit, whether the company should make certain changes, whatever information they have gathered from the market, that is being shown as it is in the report here. After that is analytical report. These reports provide data for analysis and decision making here. Here it is not that you just give the report and it is just read out and left out like that only. It is not like that. Here they make analysis of the report and accordingly they take decisions here. These reports contain interpretations, conclusions, suggestions, and you can say that they provide solution to the problems. So here you can say they are not rather end in themselves. Here further decisions are taken after studying the report. Analytical means what? To study the report and accordingly take the decisions. Now here you can see children, there are various types of business report which can be classified into the following now, which I am going to tell you. First one is on the basis of legal formalities to be compiled with. Here you can say the report can be informal report, formal report, and further this formal report can be classified into statutory reports and non-statutory reports. Now first one, informal report. Now here students, an informal report is usually in the form of a person-to-person communication. It may range from short, almost fragmentary statement of facts on a single page to or more developed presentation taking several pages. An informal report is usually submitted in the form of a letter or memorandum. I will show you example of a letter or of memorandum here. See here, a letter report. See how you all know what are the features of a report. First you write the address, then you write date, inside address, subject, salutation and your report. In this same format, then conclusion and you can say the complementary clause here. Introductory paragraph, main paragraph, conclusion and complementary clause. So in this same pattern, the way in the letter is written, in the same pattern you present a report. That is known as, you can say, it is one of the type of informal report. Another one is memorandum report. See here, this memorandum report consists of, here you can say date, to whom we are writing, from whom we have got, means the person who is writing the report, the subject, here paragraph, conclusion, and at the end you can say here. So these are the two examples of informal report, letter report and memorandum report. After that we are going to see is formal report. Now children, formal report is one which is prepared in prescribed form and is presented according to an establishment procedure to the prescribed authority. Or major firms, they have the prescribed form of presenting a report. It is a printed form, you can say here. According to the steps only you have to present the report here. Now this formal report is further divided into statutory reports and non-statutory reports. First one, statutory reports. A report prepared and presented according to the form and procedure laid down by law is called statutory report. You have to keep in mind, according to the law of the, you can say, law of the firms, you can say, law of the companies, you can say, according to the law this statutory report is presented here. The report submitted at the statutory meeting of shareholders, directors report to the annual general meeting, annual return, auditors report are, you can say, statutory report because they have the prescribed form and procedure. According to that only the report should be submitted. After that is non-statutory report. Now children, formal reports which are not required under any law but which are prepared to help management in framing policies or taking other important decisions, you can say are known as what? Non-statutory reports. After that, next one. On the basis of the frequency of issue, a report can be periodic or a non-periodic, you can say, report here. Non-periodic here you can say like special report, annual report. First one we are going to see is periodic report. The periodic report is also known as routine report. These reports are prepared and presented under regular prescribed intervals in usual routine of a business firm here. They may be submitted annually, semi-biannually, quarterly, means after 1 year, after 6 months, or if the company has suppose prescribed that the report should be submitted after each 4 months. So after like that, fortnightly, weekly, even daily. Now many companies, now we are working from home. Work from home is going on for many companies here. So the employees have to submit the report daily at the end of the day. So that type of report is known, you can say, periodic or routine report. Generally, daily reports contain a mere statement of facts in detail or in summarized form without an opinion or recommendation. For example, branch manager of the banks submit periodic report to the head office on the quantum of the business transacted during a particular period. After that is special reports. Now your students, special reports are related to a single occasion or situation. A report on the desirability of the opening of a new branch or on the unrest among the staff in a particular branch are special reports, you can say. These special reports deal with non-recurrent problems. Here you have to keep in mind. After that is annual reports. These annual reports are written annually, that is once in a year. So you can say the report of the current year and the prospects in the near year are the parts of an annual report. After that is, on the basis of functions, a report can be informative or interpretation. Now informative report here you can say merely presents facts pertinent to an issue or situation, presents production figures in particular period. So here you can say they are informative. They provide you information about the sales here. How much was the sale? How much was the sale last year? Whether it has the same sale has been continued or whether it has increased or declined, whatever. So it provides information in facts or figures here. After that, interpretational reports. Here you can see children, they go into the causes of lower production in that period. Become analytical, interpretative or investigative. Here they analyze the facts. They draw conclusion and they make recommendation why the sales has got down, what is the you can say reason behind it, how to overcome it. All the things are analyzed and then decisions are taken. So they may be described as analytical or interpretative, or you can say investigative report. After that, we are going to see is on the basis of nature of the subject dealt with, the reports which can be classified into progress reports, examination report, recommendation report, statistical report, problem determining report, technical report, fact finding report, and performance report. Our first one, here you can say on the basis of the nature of the subject, here you can say first one is progress report. Now progress report here you can say are meant to describe and assess progress made during a particular period. So here they present an account of the work already done or the work in progress or with other relevant facts and details of the work yet to be completed. After that is examination reports. These examination reports are specially embarked to cover important aspects or events here. They are prepared after thorough investigation, old files are studied, personal interviews are held, questionnaires are circulated, etc. So the facts are compiled and analyzed and conclusions are formed. So here you can say an examination report may not contain recommendation, but it will contain findings and conclusions. After that is recommendation reports. Now here student, this recommendation report conclude with recommendations, and such reports are argumentative and persuasive here you can say. They suggest you something, what is to be done. After that is statistical report. Now here students, statistical report are largely made up of financial data, mathematical charts, tabular columns of figures, etc. After that, problem determining report. Now here in problem determining report, the causes underlining a problem or to ascertain whether or not the problem actually exists is determined. Problem determining reports are about causes underlying a problem or to determine whether or not the problem actually exists. So here you can say, here the fact finding is the main thing here. Next one is technical report. Here the technical report, here you can say a data is presented on specialized subject with or without comments here. Next one, fact finding report. Here the data is presented on particular facts. Last one is performance report. Here the purpose is to analyze the performance of the company you can say, or the laborers, or the product's performance in the market, anything you can say here. After that, we are going to, the next one is now next one is on the basis of the report of persons entrusted with the drafting of reports. Report can be classified as reports by individuals and reports by committees or subcommittees. Now reports by individual. Now here children, reports submitted by the branch manager, personnel manager, marketing manager, company secretary, the auditor, the solicitor, etc. are you can say reports by individual. These reports are naturally related to the work in their own departments. So here we can say these are individual reports. After that is reports by the committee or subcommittees. Now children, sometimes reports are needed on subjects that concern more than one department, or they are so important that it is thought advisable to associate more than one person with them. So in such cases, committees or subcommittees are formed to prepare reports. So here these reports are formal in style and impersonal in tone and are prepared after careful you can say study of the particular subject, and these committees later further submit their report to the higher authorities. After that is reports on the basis of the structure of the reports. Now on the basis of the structure of the report, a report can be short reports or detailed report. Short report, here it is customary to arrange items in systematic and logical form. Is that like terms of reference, investigation, procedure adopted, findings and interpretation, conclusion, recommendation if any, etc. So short reports consist of all that. And the other one is detailed report. Detailed report are a lengthier reports which include a table of contents and a synopsis, etc. The information in detailed reports have to be arranged in a systematic manner like introduction, methods of investigation, findings, conclusion, recommendation, acknowledgement and appendices, etc. So these are known as what? Detailed reports. In detail, all the study is been, done for the subject here. After that, children, we are going to see different forms of report writing. Now, this report writing are of majorly three types, like letter form, memorandum form, and letter text combination form. First one is letter form. Now, here, children, letter form. Here, letter form you can say is a brief, informal report. The arrangement followed in a business letter is adopted here. Its main parts are heading or the title, date, address, salutation, body, complimentary clause, signature, and it is usually written in the first person. The body of the letter form can be further divided into the following parts like introduction, findings and recommendation. See here, I have shown you this example. Again I am showing you. See the three types of report. First one, letter report. A letter form of report contains all these features like heading, date, address, salutation, body, complimentary clause and signature here. They can further be divided. Here you can say the letter, when you start writing the main body of the letter, that time it can be divided into three parts, that is introduction, findings and recommendation. Here in introduction you state the problem. In findings, whatever you have investigated, what you have found, that you state here, and what are your further recommendations that you state in the last paragraph. See here, suppose for example, your report is regarding negligence of duty by the staff in the Uttara showroom. First, name of the company here, date, who is presenting the report here, reference, what is the subject, salutation. Then in the first year, first thing what you are going to say, what is the problem. In accordance with your instruction, I personally visited Uttara showroom to look into its functioning. I made some investigation and therefore submitting my report here under. Then whatever you have found, what are your findings here? A number of worthy customers purchased some exclusive garment but found some problems in fitting after purchase. They tried their best to return the garments but failed because there was no attendant there. As a result, they made a phone call to the complaint department and filed complaint regarding it. After that, your recommendation. See here first what the person is saying. In our Uttara branch, there is only one attendant named Mr. Saker to handle after sale series. He has been found to be irregular for last 3 months. As a result, the customers are getting dissatisfaction, causing decrease in sales. So in this age of competition, losing customer means red alert to the business. So I have no hesitation to recommend that Mr. Saker may be served with a notice, and really efficient and active man may be sent there for proper functioning. Here you are giving your recommendation here in the last line here. I hope quick action will be taken. This is your recommendation. Here you can say this was your complaint and this was your finding. That is there. So this is one example of, you can say, letter form of report. Next one is memorandum report. Now your children, memorandum report is a form, you can say it is written in a very simpler way of presenting a report. Here there are no formalities of the letter here, that there should be date, salutation, reference and all that. That is not required. Here you will only find that the date is mentioned at the top. It is followed by the name of the person to whom the report is addressed, the name of the writer of the subject, and next follows the actual text and conclusion. See the example of memorandum report. See here, you can say many parts are there, no more features like letter report here. Only the date is there, to whom we are presenting the report, that person's name, who has returned the report, that person's name, subject here, and in short you are the mentioning what is your report, what is the matter here that you are mentioning after the subject, and after that you can say you are just the complimentary clause is there. The person who has I would like to recommend quick reduction of our product price, and the person who is writing here. Understood? So this is memorandum report. It is very brief one. It is very short. No features, no more features are there. Only date, who is writing to, from whom we are getting here, to whom we are sending, who is writing, that is form, subject and the report. After that, last one is letter text combination form. Now here students, this combination of letter, this report you can say it is combination of letter form as well as text form. Here the contents are similar to that of letter form but also arranged in the text form. See example of that. Letter text combination form. Here long and formal reports are written in letter text combination form. They include mainly three parts, that is introductory part, body of the report and appendant parts. See, introductory parts will have title page, authorization letter, letter of the transmitter, acknowledgement, table of the contents, list of illustration and graphs, executive summary or abstract. After that, in introduction you will have description, conclusion, recommendation, and after that in list of references you will have bibliography, glossary, appendix and index, means from where you have gathered this information. So this form of report is known as what? Letter text combination form. It is bit lengthier one. This one is very short, brief one, and this one is very easy. You know how to write a letter, so in the same way you have to just present the report. So here we have done three major types of report, that is letter form report, memorandum report and letter text combination form. So today we have done many topics here related to report writing. We have seen what are two major types of report, that is informational report, analytical report. This analytical report on the basis of legal formalities. We have seen it can be informal report and formal report. Formal report further classified into statutory report and non-statutory report. Then on the basis of frequency of issue, means how urgent it is. It can be periodic or routine, special report or annual report. Then on the basis of function, means what type of work that report plays. It can be informative report or it can be interpretation report. After that, on the basis of nature, like it can be progress, examination, recommendation, statistical, problem, technical, fact finding and performance report. Then on the basis of number of persons who are being entrusted to present that report, it can be individual report or it can be report submitted by the committees. Then on the basis of the structure, it can be short report and detailed report. And the three major forms of report: letter form, memorandum form and letter text form. For today, I'll stop here. Thank you.